I'm so excited. I'm so honored to be asked by Timie to be on y'all's live call. I've never done a team live call before, so I'm a little nervous because I've never done this for a team before, but I am so excited and I can't wait just to kind of chat with you guys. I'm going to talk a little bit about my most recent diamond story, I guess. Some of you have maybe heard about my, something popped up, my story getting to diamond, but some of you probably haven't heard my story once I got to diamond. So I'm going to talk about that. It's a story probably most people don't know. I don't think I've shared it very much. And then I'm going to share how I got myself moving again, and then I'm going to open up for any questions if you guys want. So I'm super excited. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So send me some hearts. Let me know if it's good stuff. If you've got questions, pop them up. I'm here to help you guys. So my name is Castaneda. I am a Diamond Senior Gold Ambassador, and I am, like I said, thrilled to be here on y'all's call tonight. If you don't know my story of how I got to diamond, I have a YouTube channel, if you don't know, where I make certain videos if I'm feeling inspired, and I share my story. There is a video called 5 Steps My Journey, something along those lines actually, and it just shares how I got stuck but was able to overcome it. So I got stuck when I was a Senior Gold Ambassador for about 7 or 8 months, and then I got stuck again at an emerald, and I look back retrospectively and I completely understand why I got stuck. So those videos kind of talk about how I was able to get past it, but tonight I want to talk to you guys about once I reached diamond. So I reached diamond in January of last year, so a little over a year ago, and it's been a crazy, wild ride. Diamond is amazing, and you feel like, okay, I made it. I haven't arrived, but I did it. I got to the goal that I wanted. And then 2016 happened for me, which I don't know if some of you guys had some difficulties in 2016, but I did. And so I found myself struggling. And guys, there is power in your mind. I know you hear it all the time, but I don't know if you guys, or maybe you do, but do you realize just the amount of power that your mind holds? Like it is so powerful. 2016 happened, and I was able to pretty much maintain the whole year, which I thought was really great, right? I was maintaining. We were good. We were trucking along. I wasn't, suffering too badly, but I wasn't growing. And then the fall of last year happened, and I kind of went like this in my business. And I thought, what's going on? And I got stuck. As a diamond, I got stuck, and I thought, no, I don't want to be here again. I don't want to be stuck again. I thought I had already got over this twice. Like, what? But I was stuck, and my team was moving, but we weren't as a team. We were recruiting people, but my team wasn't moving, and that bothered me. And so I had to figure out what I was doing. But before I was there in my mind, I found myself in the blame game. I was blaming this and that and this and that system and this thing and that whatever and blah, blah, blah. And then I started noticing my mind was just not doing me justice, not doing the team justice. And my mindset shifted to a negative one. And I always think that I'm a pretty positive person. And so for me to finally realize I was being negative was a really big eye-opener for me. But I was being negative, not to my team, not outwardly to people, but to myself. I was spoiling my own mind with things that was going on in my head. I was frustrated. I actually became a little resentful. And y'all don't tell a whole lot of people, but there were some times where I didn't like the word plexus. I was like, I can't hear it. I needed a break. And what I found was I had poured out every bit of liquid from my own cup. I had nothing left to give. I had nothing left to give. So I had to step back, and I took a little bit of a break, and I really just took stock of my business and the freedoms that it afforded me and where I was. And I realized that I couldn't just do it on my own. I needed a team. Okay. I realized that it's not just a couple of things blaming. It was me. I was one of the main problems, right? There's always going to be an issue. There's always going to be something standing in your way. But you have to be able to figure out how to get over them. It's never going to be a smooth sail. It will never be a straight shot. It won't. And you can't do this on your own. And so I had to really think, okay, Tara, is this where you want to be? Is this the person you want to be? Is this the leader you want to be? Is this the culture that you want to have on your team? And culture is a big thing for me and my team. I can imagine it is for you guys too. I can only imagine how fun this team is with Timie being the leader. But guys, even if you are faking your positivity, I promise you your team can pick up on it in a heartbeat. And so I had to really think, okay, how was I going to get over this? So I had to first surround myself with the right people. I was in a couple of chat groups that just complained all the time. And I was like, I can't be around that. So I had to be around the right people. I had to make a choice. So my first video on how I got unstuck, this is the number one thing I said in it. My very first decision to get unstuck was the decision itself. I had to make a choice to get unstuck. And so I said, okay, this is not where I want to be. This is not who I want to be. This is not how it's going down, right? This isn't it. I'm going to change this, right? No matter what's going on with whatever systems, this is not going to be my legacy, okay? And I had to get active. I had to change my mindset and my belief. And I had to really revisit my beliefs. I had to take a look and go, okay, where were my beliefs? Where had my beliefs become fractured, right? Where had my beliefs become fractured? And what was it? Was it the products? Was it the company? Was it myself? Was it this industry? Was it my team? What was it? So I had to really look at that and challenge my beliefs and go back to why I believed in this in the first place. Right? So I had to strengthen my own beliefs. I had to focus on belief. Okay? And once I started feeling like that belief was coming back, y'all, you get this energy, you get this vibe, you put out this energy, people pick up on it, you pick up on your own, and it starts to multiply. Okay? And so that's when I was like, all right, game on, my belief's back, I can feel it. It might not be 110% where it was, but y'all, it's 99% and I'm ready to run again. Here I go. This is not who I'm going to be forever. I'm going to be the rock star that I know I can be. And each one of you can be that rock star too. I swear to you. Dig deep, it's there. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. So I had to get a plan, right? So, and I had to really begin speaking my truth, right? I had to really be living my truth. I had to align myself back with my thoughts and get my actions aligned with those thoughts, right? If you are out of alignment, if you're really believing in Plexus, but you're not working like you do, or you're working like you do, but you don't really believe in it, y'all, there's a disconnect there, and it will be picked up by not only your team, but non-Plexus people. So speak your truth, live your truth, right? So, a little backstory here. So I am a Diamond Senior Gold, okay? I re-entered 2 months after I went Diamond, and I went Fast Start Gold in 17 days on my re-entry leg. And then I believe it was that next month, or maybe then the following month, I went Senior Gold. So it was fast moving, right? But then, like I said, 2016 happened to me, and I went into management mode where it was like, I'm going to manage the team instead of actually leading the team with action. And my Senior Gold leg went from the highest 264 when I went Senior Gold back down to 144 points. Yep, I went backwards. And looking at that, I just was tired and going, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to rebuild, right? But that's when I started revisiting my beliefs, going, okay, let's ramp up that energy again. You can do this, right? So in January, I went to an event. Actually, Leslie Zann was in North Carolina. My good friend Jamie Laura Monahan, Jamie Laura Copeland, actually, she's out in North Carolina, and she said, hey, come on, get your rear, let's go. I said, all right. So I went, and it just really helped me to rethink about my vision. And so, that event was incredible. I'm actually hosting her down in Austin this weekend. So if you're in Austin, you need a ticket, come on, we got some seats. But it changed my business. And so I was able to revisit those beliefs, revisit my vision, think about who I wanted to be, right? That event helped me. And that was in January, end of January. So a couple months ago. It was at that point that I said, time to get a plan. And my plan consisted of, forget about the numbers, right? I had found myself so obsessed with numbers and points and reports that I had lost the fun, I had lost the connection, I had lost the people touch, which is all why I love this in the first place, right? Connecting with people and helping them live their dreams. So I forgot about the numbers and I thought about the people again, and I reconnected. I reached down levels 1 through whatever. I reached down and reconnected. I got my 1 through 3s back active. Y'all, if you are struggling in your business, take a gander. I just said take a gander. Okay. That's a shining moment for me. Take a gander at your 1 through 3s, okay? Look at what's going on in that activity. How's your recruitment in your 1 through 3s? How is your recruitment with AQ or convenience orders on in your 1 through 3s? What's going on in your 1 through 3s? Your measurement on your back office can be a little deceiving because it's all levels when it looks at recruitment. But I want you guys to focus on those 1 through 3s. And so that's what I did. I got busy on my 1 through 3 page. I have a 1 through 3 page because my team's so large. But I got busy there and I set some common team goals, right? It's something as simple as this, guys. People want to feel like they are a part of something bigger than themselves with a direction that they're going, okay? So if you just slap up a mini challenge that doesn't really have much to do with what you're doing, it just seems kind of random, your team's going to pick up on that. If you slap up a special or a sale, once every month, they're going to think, okay, well, I can expect it, and what's the point of it, right? I love specials. They work great. If you do use them, great. If you don't, great, whatever. I'm not here to discuss that, but I want you guys to be more intentional with what you're doing, okay? And so I had to think, okay, my team needs to know where they're going. And so I didn't even put a contest associated with this. I got my 1 through 3s connected and said, hey, what do y'all think? Can we hit 50 new ads in 14 days here on the 1 through 3 page? What do you think? Y'all in? And I got buy-in from them, and they felt like they had direction. And so that's when we hit 50 people in 6 days. Y'all, they felt like they were part of something bigger. So I got that moving, and that started trickling down into my whole business, including my second leg. And that's when I said, okay, Tara, you want to be the leader. You want to lead these people, right? Then you've got to lead from the forefront, and you've got to find business builders. So I made this post for my team last week. You may have seen it around. It may have been shared, but I'm going to go through it a little bit. I have a lot of business builders, and I keep a lot of business builders. And people always ask, well, how do you find business builders? So if I look to the right here, it's because I'm reading off some notes. But y'all, I talk about the business a ton. And there's a point, there's a reason why I'm going to go over this here, but I talk about the business a lot, probably more than I talk about the products, to be honest, right? My thought is, if I'm talking about the business all the time and how it's enhancing my life and why I love it and why these people in this community and the paychecks and the perks and all this, why I love it so much, wouldn't it naturally fall that I love the products, right? I'm not going to talk about a business that I don't believe in, right? So I feel like people already know I love the products. And so I always lead with the business, and I say how excited I am about it and why I think they would be great at it. I compliment them, right? Who doesn't love to be complimented? And then I always say, oh, and it's a given you're going to love the products, right? So that way they're hearing both, but they're first thinking about the business. And so sometimes they may go, you know what, I'm not ready or interested in the business yet, but the products I am. Or they're okay, hey, tell me more about this business, right? And you've got a business builder rather than a wholesale ambassador or customer, okay? So I lead with the business a ton, and I'm bold about it. You attract what you put out, right? So if you're going to be hesitant, shaky on it, wishy-washy on it, lacking belief on it, people are going to pick up on that. So when I talk about that business, you know, I have conviction in it. I am talking with passion. My verbal, my nonverbal cues are there. I'm locking in the eyes of people. I am confident because I believe in this, right? That can be felt. I let everybody know that they could do this business because I truly believe that everybody can. Some have natural talents, and then some people might not, but you can learn this business. I believe in that wholeheartedly. And so when I pour in that belief to others and I help them start to form their own belief, right? It all starts with belief, remember? Then people start to go, hey, I think I could do this, right? And so I pour in that belief and I shift my belief that I have, right? I talked about how I had this unshakable belief in this business and obviously in these products. When I take my belief and literally hand it to somebody else and begin to give it to them to where they can like almost ingest that own belief and make it their own, y'all, do you know what type of business builder you can create? An incredible one, right? So share that belief and give that to them. Help them envision how this business could change their life. Say, you know, what are your family goals in the next 5 years? Aside from Plexus, let's not talk about what are some things you'd like to do, and help them see how Plexus could make that possible. Help them see how Plexus could make it valuable for them. And that's how you can gain a business builder. Help them find quick success, right? Quick success on my team, I define it as in their first 30 days, going silver, right? And or 1 to 2 customers, right? That's a paycheck in somebody's hand. They feel like, hey, I've helped at least one person. If you can get someone to have quick success in 30 days, I promise you the longevity of that business builder will be there at least by tenfold, at least. If they don't have that quick success in 30 days, they're probably going to go, I don't think I can do this. So your job is to make sure that you can help them find that. Do whatever it takes, 3-way chats, all that jazz. Brag on them a lot. Every single win that they have, whether it's a great first post, they're awesome at pictures, their wording is impeccable, they had somebody comment that they were interested, they had somebody respond to their cold message, they sent out a cold message, they sent out a follow-up, they gained a customer, that whatever the win, no matter how big or small, you highlight it and make them feel important and valued and part of the community, right? People who feel a part of things stick around. It also increases their performance. When people feel like they're valued, they perform better. Share the income graphic, right? And break it down by monthly goals. Let them see the possibility. Y'all, I've always said if people just understood the compensation plan and the products, they would obviously run with this business, right? So make sure that they're aware of it and then set goals for them in the beginning, right? Like I said, silver, always talk about that fast track gold. I've had over 40 people on my team fast track gold, several level 1s and myself included, and it's because I talk about it. Now, if somebody doesn't reach fast start gold, guess what? That's okay. That's not a fail. But guess what? They're probably thinking about how they can reach their first 20 people on their team. They're thinking about going gold. You just got a business builder, right? No matter how long it takes them, you're going to be there to help them get there. And then obviously, well, not obviously, maybe not obviously, but the last thing, one of the most important things in finding business builders is you sometimes have to will it in place, right? We all go through dry spells, okay? We're all going to go through dry spells, including myself. And so whenever I find myself in a dry spell, I tell myself to say something every single day, and I put it up on this dry erase board behind me. I say, I attract business builders to my business. My team is booming, and my team is full of business builders. I say those 3 things. I say them every day, 3 times a day. If you're struggling to find a business builder, I bet you 99% of the time you're sitting there going, gosh, I can't find a business builder. I don't know anybody that would want to do the business. I just can't find that person. I'm doing this by myself. Guess what? All of those things that you're telling yourself are coming true. not finding a business builder. Nobody wants to do this. I'm doing this by myself. So what are you saying to yourself, right? Will it into place, affirm it into place, speak it into light, right? So talk about those things. Every time I found myself or my team stuck or stagnant, and I did those affirmations, it's as if people started coming to me, because when I start saying it, I start believing it, I start acting upon it, and then I start receiving the rewards of those actions, right? Lots of mindset training in there. I'm sure you guys have heard a little bit of mindset training and affirmations, but that's it in a nutshell. You got to be bold, right? So going back, when I got stuck at senior gold and I went backwards, I went from 264 to 144. This past January, I started implementing these things, and I did a cold message challenge with my team, and I said, we're going to message 10 new people a day and 10 follow-ups. Yep, that's high numbers, but let's do it. Let's do it. And we did it for 31 days, myself included. I did not miss a day, y'all. I didn't. And we recruited like crazy, and we gained business builders because we were making sure to word things correctly. We breathed things into life, right? We affirmed it. We willed it into action. And I gained 6 new business builders in the month of February. February into the beginning of March. So I'm going to tell you guys something, not to brag on myself at all. I hope I'm not jinxing myself either. But January, I hit 144 points because I went backwards. Just February and March. January, February, March. Here we are. I should hit Ruby on that leg by next month. If not next month, for sure the next month. That's going from 144 points to 500. Guys, when your belief matches your actions to a level of palpable, touchable, breathable life, okay? And when you stop pointing fingers and you look inward and you say, how can I connect? How can I breathe belief not only into myself but into my team? And I focus on finding people to do this with me. That's when your business can turn around. It's all here. It's all right here. You guys can do this. I promise you. It just takes action. You got to get moving. You got to get unstuck in your head. If you're stuck right now, you're stuck here. If you're stuck in your business, you're stuck here. You got to get moving. Get your mind going. Get yourself active, get yourself believing. Okay, so that is a little bit of what I wanted to say. I see that we have a whole bunch of conversations, so I'm gonna pick up my phone here. Sorry if I'm making you motion sickness. Let's see. For some reason, I can't see the comments. Let's see. Well, I don't know what to do here. I can't see the comments. Let me see if I can pull it up on my computer. We're going to make this work. Okay. Hang tight, guys. I want to make sure to address your comments. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm seeing lots of comments. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments here. Let's see. I wish I could see him live here. That's so weird. I don't know why I can't. But if you have questions, let me know. Or if I don't see them in time, maybe Timmy can let me hang out for 10 more minutes on y'all's team page, and I can type them up afterwards. But I am so thankful to be here. I am so thankful that you guys took some time to listen to me. I hope it was helpful. I hope I said something that inspired you, that made you want to get into action, because you're worth it. You can do it. You just got to focus. I'm nothing special. I really am not. I just put my mind to something and I make it happen. So, okay, how long have I been doing Plexus? I see that question pop up. And Tara, try to swipe your phone screen to the left. Okay. Yeah, it's like not letting me, and it usually would let me. That's so weird. It's like nothing's there. It's blank, but it says I have 100 comments. I've been doing Plexus since January 2014, so almost 3 years. Do I have tips on the wording I mentioned? Which wording? If you can specify that. I think it was Lauren. Y'all are, I can't even keep up with all these comments. I think it was Lauren that said wording, but I'd be happy to answer that. Let's see. Anybody else? Any other questions? I'm trying to catch them as I see them. I wish I could see these comments, y'all. I'm so sorry. It's as if I swipe to the left and it's like not there. I don't know. I can type a comment. Well, I love you guys. If you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. But I hope that this was helpful, and y'all have a great end of March. Y'all, this is the time to get your team's momentum up. Right before spring break, or right during spring break, right before summer. Y'all got this. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it.